Okay, continuing with areas. Okay, we're going to review areas of circles and area of a circle sector. Okay, remember that when we have a circle, okay, we have a constant that's called pi, which is represented with this symbol. Okay, the 3.14, 15, 16 refers to the distance that entails all of this part. Okay, so pi is a constant because it never changes. It has a absolute value. Okay, and then we have that radius to the square is what we need for the area of a circle. Okay, the reason that I have two letters here is because remember, the radius is a line from the midpoint of a circle to one of the sides. Okay, to one of the lines outside. Okay, and the diameter means that it's twice the radius. Okay, so you have to be careful. If I give you a diameter, you have to divide it by 2 so that you know what's the radius. If you put the diameter here, the area is going to be wrong. Okay? So, let's do an exercise, okay, with these formulas. Okay? Let's say that on this circle we have a diameter that is, let's say, 18 units. Okay? So remember, the diameter is distance from one side of the circle to the other. But the radius is a distance between the midpoint of the circle to the side of the circle. Okay, so that means that if the diameter is 18, okay, and we're looking for the radius, that means that we have to divide by 2. And that's how we have the radius. Okay? And now we can apply the radius into the formula. Okay, so the area of the circle is going to be pi r squared. Okay, so pi would be 9 units to the square. And always remember, since we're talking about area, we're talking about units to the square. Okay, and 81 times the 3.14 value of pi is going to be 254.5 units squared. Okay, and that's where we get the area. Okay, remember that in some exercises you might have, I will give you the area and you need to find the radius. Okay, or okay, you might have the diameter and we'll need to solve for the radius first. Okay, so this is a simple exercise, okay, for the area of a circle. Now let's talk about the area of a sector. Okay, a sector would mean that we have 2 radius, okay, and between the 2 radius we have an angle. Okay, we will have the measurement of an angle. Okay, so when we're solving for the area of a sector, which is represented in that particular green angle, okay, we have the angle and the 2 measurements of the angles of the sides of the angle are the radius. Okay, so when we apply the rule for the area of a sector, we need to divide the angle between the 360. Why do we use 360 degrees? Because that's the measurement of all the circle. Okay, a circle measures 360 degrees, and when we divide this value angle between this one, we're going to lose the degrees. That's why when we have the sector, we're only going to have units to the square. Okay, so we take the value of the angle, we take the values of the radius, we apply it on the formula, and then we'll have the area of that particular sector. Okay, the sector being referred to all of this area inside here. Okay, that would be the area of the sector. Okay, so let's do this exercise assuming that the angle that we're looking for, okay, is 65 degrees, and let's use the radius as a 5-meter radius. Okay, so we just apply the rule, the formula, sorry, with these values. Okay, so if we want the area of the sector, okay, we're going to have 65 divided by 360. This is where we lose the degrees because angles are in degrees. Then we have pi, and then we have the radius to the square, which is the radius is 5 meters. Okay, so we'll have it to the square. Okay, so when we have 65 divided by 360, we're going to have 0.18. Do we have degrees? Not anymore, okay, because this degree cancels with this one and we'll only have numbers. Okay, so when we have times pi times 25 meters squared. Okay, here's where we have the units of this area. And between this multiplications, we multiply 0.18 times pi times 25. Okay, and if we do it on their calculators, the answer is going to be 14.18 units squared. And that's the area of the whole sector. Okay, we were just looking for the area of this little piece, okay, like this piece of pizza, okay, and this is a whole pizza. So this is 360 degrees, but we're looking for the area of this piece. Okay, so in some exercises, you might have the value of the area. We might have to find the value of the angle. Okay, sometimes we'll need to find the value of the radius. Okay, so make sure to check the link under this video for more exercises on this topic. Okay, on the next lesson, we'll continue with lines, circular segments, and we'll review what we started in class, which is the areas of the volume, of three-dimensional figures, prisms, okay, especially. Okay, so make sure to check those exercises. Remember that they are part of your accumulative points.